What's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a good day so far. We're going to be going in the garage today to resume the 2005 Yamaha R1 build. We're going to be measuring out some parts that we're reusing, such as the crankshaft and the bearings. That's going to be today. We're going to be using Plastigage to measure the gap between the journals and the bearings themselves to make sure that the oil flowing between those two parts is just the right amount of clearance. We don't want it too loose or too tight. We want it right within the manufacturer's specifications. So let's go into the garage and I'll show you how to do that. All right, so here's the steps in the manual of what we're doing today, measuring the crankshaft journal to crankshaft journal bearing clearance. There's the spec, and here are the steps of what you're going to do. You can take a screenshot of these pages, but I'll show you these steps right here. So now that I got the crankshaft in the upper half of the crankcase, I'm ready to do the Plastigage measurement. I got my strip of Plastigage on each 5 of these crankshaft journals, making sure you keep it away from the oil holes. Now what you're going to do is keep everything dry. The crankcase, the main bearings, keep everything dry. I'm going to put the lower half on top of the upper half. We're going to torque all of the bolts down like the manual says right here. And then from there, we're going to take out the bolts in reverse order and then measure how far the plastic. So I just finished up torquing all the bolts in the crankcases. Got the crankshaft in there with the Plastigage on the crankshaft journals. So what I'm going to do now is take out the bolts in the reverse sequence that I tightened them in, and then we'll see how far those Plastigage strips spread apart. Looks pretty good so far, honestly. Let's see what we got. Let's Plastigage it out. Let's test it out. Alright, so just from looking at the Plastigage and how evenly they spread apart on the journals, that's pretty good. You can see it's resting down on it. It's right around 0.0015, 5.0016-ish. Let's see the second one over here. Same thing. Right around 0.0015. Let's see this third one. As you saw, all the bearings measured out to be right around 0.0015 to 0.0018. So I feel comfortable with that. It's pretty far from the limit. Even though it's on the loose side of the spec, I feel pretty comfortable with that. So crankshaft and the bearings are good to go. I did skip the connecting rod. I didn't video that, but the connecting rod bearings are good. So in the next video, what we're going to be doing is the camshaft journal to cam cap clearance, because I have used cams and my cam caps I'm going to reuse from when my engine blew. So I just want to put them in and make sure everything is within spec, just to be extra cautious. So that'll be next. Part 3.